Alright guys, really quick just to try and recap what the hell went on tonight. First and foremost, I surprisingly made it through the night without having to play my safety. Which is something that I was very well prepared to do because beforehand we had heard that basically the vote was either going to be myself or Jackson. And the people that were supposedly involved in that vote were going to be Sheldon, Mike, Sarah, Marnie, which obviously there was 7 people in the boardroom, so all you need is 4 for a majority. And so what ended up, lots of craziness ensued, random Facebook video calls that were just really, really strange and weird and kind of confusing. A lot of things went on, but eventually what it led to is me, Jackson, and Alex deciding that we were going to all buy safety tonight, and that was going to do one of two things. Either it was going to force the other 4 to buy safety as well, and therefore we would this round would just be a wash. Everyone would just move on to the next round and be safe. Or it was going to force the other 4 to vote out one of their own, which would have been ideal. I didn't share this with anyone, but I knew that there was a chance that Sarah was not going to be in the boardroom. So I knew worst case scenario, everyone buys safety. She had to pre-vote in because she didn't think she'd be in the boardroom. In worst case scenario, because she's not in the boardroom, she's not eligible to buy safety, so she automatically goes. She would just be, in speaking in survivor terms, she would just be idled out. So that's what I thought was going to happen. Of course, then we get to the boardroom, some more craziness ensues. We find out that Marnie was sharing screenshots, and because of that, is breaking one of the rules of the game, so she lost her vote. So we go from a potential 4-3 vote situation to 3-3. Worst case scenario is a 3-3 tie. There's some breakout rooms, there's some craziness, there's some debate about whether we just get rid of Marnie because A, we know she's got money, B, she broke the rules and didn't have her vote, and C, she wasn't even physically present in the boardroom. There was some discussion about whether we should just get rid of her, but all of that came down to a 3-3 tie vote between Sheldon and Jackson. And so Sheldon and Jackson each got to go in the boardroom with the people they wanted to talk to try and make some deals. So Jackson goes in the boardroom with Mike and Sarah. Me and Alex go in the boardroom with Sheldon, and eventually, as much as it sucked and as much as I really didn't want to lose Jackson, we eventually made a deal that myself and Alex would change our votes, keep Sheldon in the game, and in exchange, Sheldon would give us each $200 and his vote for the next round. I feel like this was a good move. Number one, I am safe in this game when I'm very well aware that my name was out there this round, and I made it through. Secondly, not only did I make it through, but I made it through without having to buy or play any advantages. I still got to keep all of my money. Number 3, I got some additional money. I got an extra $200, which I do plan to try and bank at least most of it. I'm going to try and do it at a point in time where I think people are not going to notice that I've banked it. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow when it's time to make wagers or something, I can get away with banking the majority of that $200. So there's that. Number 4, because we made the deal, not only does Sheldon have to give us the money, he also has to give us our vote, his vote. He has to honor that. So that means going into next round, me and Alex have a couple different options. We can use Sheldon's vote to take out another target, perhaps Mike or Marnie, or we can use Sheldon's vote. We can have Sheldon throw his vote somewhere, and we'll get the numbers elsewhere to vote out Sheldon and backstab him. So there's that. Or blindside him, I should say. Or we can use Sheldon's vote to take out Sarah. I don't necessarily feel as though I need to take out Sarah right now, though. Maybe call me crazy, but I don't. I think Mike and Marnie are bigger problems. In addition to all of this, there was also a new 4-person alliance created between myself, Alex, Sheldon, and Sarah. Do I think that alliance is going to last? Hell no. I think that alliance will probably be over just as quick as it began. But it's another option for me moving forward. And that's really where my head is right now. I just need to try and get in good with as many people as possible. Get them to target each other. While you guys just sit back and let me continue to quietly stack money and get to the end of this game. So that's where my head is right now. I do feel like I'm in a better position. Me, Alex, and Sheldon can be a tight 3 for the next vote. And even though there's 7 of us in the game, I'm not worried about a 4 majority because Scott is not going to work with Mike. And I don't think he's going to work with Sarah or Marnie, especially after that really strange Facebook video call we had earlier. He's not going to partner up with Marnie. He's not going to partner up with Mike. He's not going to partner up with Sarah. So I'm not worried about that. Also, Marnie and Mike, I'm hoping because of the events of today that there's enough mistrust between the two of them that they won't partner up either. And then Sarah, I'm hoping because Mike went back and tried to secretly make a deal with Jackson, behind Sheldon and Sarah's back, I'm hoping that that means that that relationship, that duo of Mike and Sarah is done now too. So I think this is a great position for me to be in right now. And now I just got to decide, me and Alex, who we want to take out. Whether it's going to be Mike or Marnie. I think Marnie's got more of a savings, so that's going to be maybe more of an issue. But Mike is also dangerous because he is a good talker and he does know how to find little cracks and crevices and can cause a lot of chaos. So it's something I'm going to have to sleep on tonight, but that's where I'm at. One of those two has to go next round.